Hello and welcome to another episode of Voices. I'm Joachim Menezes, Editor-at-Large with ITBusiness.ca, and my guest on the program today is Mark Grossi, who heads up the NCR Advanced Concepts Lab in Dundee, Scotland. Mark is currently in Canada, where he's presenting at the NCR Innovations event hosted by the company's Canadian office in Mississauga, Ontario. Mark, tell us a bit more about NCR Labs. For starters, in what countries are these labs located, and what is the focus of their research work?
We have NCR Labs within Scotland, within Atlanta in the US, in the Philippines, in Hong Kong, and also in Beijing. So we're a global organisation looking 3 to 5 years out at emerging technologies, understanding consumer trends, and then creating scenarios of the future.
Tell us about one project your labs are working on right now, which may have far-reaching implications.
We're looking at interesting applications such as being able to predict a failure before it happens in a electro-mechanical device. So rather than just take the stochastic or statistical approach, then we've worked with a couple of university partners to build out what we call a biologically inspired algorithm set. The project name is Artificial Immune System, and it mimics the human immune system and applies that to a mechanical device. So it knows when it's about to become ill, and it knows how to take corrective action on how to fix itself. So it's a very radical way of looking at understanding mechanical failure ahead of time. So clearly that allows us then to be much more efficient in terms of replacement and repair out in the field, and effectively limit the downtime to zero.
And where do you see such an application being deployed?
Part of the mission within the labs is to be somewhat agnostic of the industry. So what I'm looking for are technologies that we can leverage across financial, retail, airlines, so we get best usage. Because ultimately then we look at self-service from a consumer perspective and try to look for technologies that will help the consumer experience in all these different industries. So that particular example is it's appropriate for all these different industries.
Are your researchers sometimes torn between the desire to do some blue sky research with no immediate returns and the pressure to show quick results and measurable ROI?
That's a great question, and one which my boss asks me every week. Yes, we don't do blue sky research. We're what we describe as very hands-on research, practical research, focused on business value at the end of the day. And how do you bound that? We tend to try and bound it in timescale. So when we talk about an emerging technology, then we look 3 years ahead, which gives us just about enough time in this day and age to research and develop a technology and bring it to market. Because technology timeframes and timescales and cycles are accelerating, as we all know. You no longer have the luxury of a 20-year innovation program. So we're very practical, applied research in the team.